Grinders, welcome back. It's your boy Poker, back on the grind. Guys, in today's video, we're reviewing a $500 spin and go from the $50, so it's called the 10X. Spoiler alert, I won it. It was a long heads-up battle late last night, so I haven't watched the game yet. I was tired, so I wanted to see how we did, so I figured why not show you guys, and we'll give you a bankroll update after this game. So, from what I remember, the very first hand, I just see two all-ins. Ace-9 versus King-10. Definitely both not normal plays you'd see too often, especially in a high spin. But people are getting crazy. So now we're heads up. He has a 2-1 chip lead. Winner gets 400. Second gets 100. He starts off and says, "You're welcome." Like, I'm supposed to thank him for letting me come in second. So that's how this game started off. Let's see how we did here. From what I remember, I didn't do a lot of plays that would be like GTO with this guy. I did a lot of kind of like little jabs and a lot of feeler bets. I felt like with his first all-in and the way he was playing, he felt like a new player to me. So I was just doing a lot of like, it was a very long heads-up game. So we'll see here. So to me, I would limp here. I'll try to call it before I do it to see if I'm still thinking straight. So if he leads out, easy fold. In my eyes anyways. Don't need a hero call versus him. Here I would imagine I'd fold to that bet size. So even that bet size, 20 big blinds, some people would do that, but I wouldn't do that. Ace-7 is fine with the limp. You can limp or raise there, but limp's okay. Think we would stab here. No, I checked back just with, I guess, ace-high showdown value. Here, I'd imagine I bet. I think I could have just bet 1 instead of 1.5, but take it down, probably didn't matter. Jack-10, happy to defend. I would imagine I would check out. You could lead out in these types of boards, but now I'd imagine I'd bet. Try to size it up. He could be checking like an ace-9, something like that, queen-9. So I definitely want to size it up because I could be just trying to steal it. I could be doing a semi-bluff. So far, I'm pretty okay with our play. 6-2, when you're 22 big blinds in position, you definitely could play your full range. But I decided to fold. Imagine just standard check fold here. You could float, but I don't mind saving our chips here. Queen-6, a little limp. Check. Do we do a little stab here? So I don't like my play here, and I'll tell you why. Versus a regular player, I could see me checking being more balanced. With a player like this, I'd actually prefer a bet on that flop. I don't know if he's going to float as well as he should. He might just be playing bingo. So as much as I thought I was doing like these little feeler bets, it's probably like a textbook would probably tell you to check there. But versus players like this, I'd rather not stick to that. Here I felt complete weakness. These are some of the plays where people think you shouldn't be doing without blockers or what your cards are. But I throw that out of the door sometimes if I just feel like my opponent can't call me. Pocket 9s, ace-high board, not the best flop, but we definitely can do a standard c-bet, see where we're at. And we do take it down. Ace is a scare card. Those are plays where I'm not positive I should be betting if I do have enough showdown, like to want to check it. And if he catches a pair in the turn, you know, then we're still ahead with a lot of his range. But I tend to lean more on just betting it. Oh, guys, I should have made this full screen for you. Sorry. That's probably a little better. Pocket aces, good hand to do it with. I don't think we got action on this from what I remember, or maybe he's tanking. Okay, so he still has a 2-1 chip lead. Like I said, it was a pretty long heads-up battle. This was my last game of the night. I was extremely tired. If you look at the time down there, it says 10 to 11. I'm an old man, so for me, that's a late night. 8, 7, 15 big blinds. I think it's definitely fine for a limp. Here, I probably bet, and I was yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should be checking that or betting that. Definitely defending very wide versus him. As you can see, I'm keeping it pretty simple. I think when you're playing a player that you're not giving much credit, you're kind of waiting for a chance where you can just stack him if he's going to overexpose himself. Seems kind of call happy that if we hit something, we can get rewarded. Here, snap call, fold there. I know I had open end, king high. If I had the king of diamonds, obviously you're not folding, but we don't have too much chips to chase here. Scare card for him. He could be betting that. So I think another spot here, I felt weakness. I probably would bet, and we just went for a half pot. If he's going to call, he's going to call. I don't know if 2 or 4 matters to this guy, so you can save the chips. So we're trying to get him to fold like an 8 or a 7. Or, I don't know if an 8 or 7 would fold. Maybe getting off ace highs, queen highs. If we check it, we're obviously losing that hand. Taking these little pots, though, that you don't really have a business winning when you're not getting cards and you're down in chips. If you're not being in a creative mind of just like, how do I steal pots? Like, where can I take a couple chips here to give myself a chance to get back into it? You got to be making moves here instead of just blinding out. So here I'd imagine I went to Value Town. I didn't go too high. Queen 8. So I think this is a hand he had an ace there, and I was surprised by it. Yeah, he had ace 6. From the way he was playing, I didn't put him on an ace there. How do you like the new Christmas background? Looks pretty gangster, right? Here, so let's just pause that for 1 second. On this type of board, if someone's strong, they don't check it. Because there's, let's say you had ace 10, you're so afraid of 2 open ends, backdoor flushes, the spade flush draw. So when they check this type of board, you can almost lead out even on the turns, because they're just, and I think I did lead out. Did I not lead out? Let's just double check, because if you had an overpair, they're not checking. If you caught a piece of that, even if you had a flush draw open end yourself, you're betting. Yeah, so I think I just led out. Yeah. So it's one of these are the plays where I shouldn't have a business stealing that pot, right? But we're able to now almost be even in chips, and if you look at what we've hit, we really haven't hit too many hands. We have bottom pair here. I would imagine we're still calling this down. Never gonna just give up like that. Now bet sizing is huge, right? Depending on his bet size, you can give up. Here, I believe we still would call him down. If he would have went 3 or 4, he could have got a fold out of us, but it was still enough that I think we had to call him down. And there's obviously a pretty bad river. We got counterfeited there. If he didn't have an 8 or queen, if he has a 9 in his hand, we're beat. Here, so I decided to lead out there. Don't mind it. Saves him from getting some free cards. Ace 5, went for a little raise. I would imagine I'd bet here. I've been sticking to 30%. I probably could just bet 1 there. I don't even have to size that up that much. 1 would be totally fine. 9, 10. Did an ISO. Keeping it, as you can see my strategy here, kind of just small pots, right? Just kind of picking it. I'm not taking much risk. Not bigging up a pot that he has a chance to come back. Here, I would imagine a small weakness and I would stab at it. I decided not to, I guess. I would have preferred a bet there. Ace 3 here, went for a raise. We are hitting some flops though, definitely helps. Here I decided to check my ace high board, which isn't too common. Get a bit of a scare card, but we disguised our ace. So we could have a lot of jacks and queens in our range, but he decides to bet. So here, I didn't think a queen would check too often. So we're trying to get value out of a jack. Some hero calls with king highs. Even a low pocket pair or something. But more so a jack is what we're really targeting. Didn't put him on an ace. So it's complete. This is like a pure exploitive play, right? Some players I would check back. But versus this player, we wanted to get extreme value. And he had a pair of 5s on the river. So here, ace 10, I would imagine I would just ship it with that stack depth. And we do. We get away with it. 10 queen, you could easily just jam. So here's a play, I think I remember, he goes all in. So these are the plays where the last guy, when I had that guy break down my hand, Ryan, my game, a chart would tell you to call here. I just don't think he's jamming wide enough. So he's going to have ace X's, he's going to have some pocket pairs, he's going to have other Broadway hands. Like if he has, you know, King Jack, King 10, Queen Jack, like we're at the bottom of the Broadways. Yes, we're flipping against some low pocket pairs, but to me, you have more of his range has he dominated than the other ones. You're a slight favorite, right? So even though a Nash chart will tell you to call, versus a new player, I don't need to do that. Now, if this is a regular player, 100% I'm snap calling. Like it's a play that you're going to limp, you're going to get him to jam. They'll jam 8-7 suited, 8-5 suited, 8-6, like 9-10. Like these hands are going to be jamming. But this guy, I didn't think I needed to take the risk of that. But these are the plays where I can't believe how many people like, oh my gosh, you folded 10 queen and a Nash chart tells you to call. If you have a big skill advantage, you don't need to take these little small edges. Like you just don't need to take the risk. And that's the way I play anyways. Now, if I had a lot of history with this guy and this was happening all the time, that changes what you're saying, right? 5-3, I would easy fold. 3-2, even though it's 3-2, guys, we're 20 big blinds in position now with a chip lead. I don't need to be folding these. Last time when I folded 6-2, 20 big blinds, he had a 2-1 chip lead on us. So different scenario. So we have the same blinds, but now we're in the chip lead and we're limping in with a worse hand, right? So your stack depth definitely matters. Here, you could definitely just open jam, but I decided to go for a smaller raise. This is called what you call an ISO. Here, scary board for sure. I still think I did I did check it. I wouldn't mind because the club there of a small C bet. Here, we do take a little stab here. I think if he hit that board, he would have bet that flop, unless he really, really hit it, but 10-5, easy just limp here, get out of there. Making him think we're thinking a little bit. 8-4, easy fold. You could just call here, but I would imagine I folded. Oh, I called, and we got a piece of it. Defend, defend, defend. So that's an interesting bet size. Here, I definitely would be very mad if I folded there. I should be calling for sure. There's merit of raising, but I'm happy to let him bluff it off. So here we checked it, hoping he'll just jam it. So here now, I think they're pot committed. I'm pretty sure I jammed them all in because I want his draws calling, right? You don't want him to get scared of the river. So he does have top pair. We got him on the turn. So we won first place there, guys. I'm pretty happy how I played. Definitely could argue some spots there, but I'm happy with that. Let's close that up, show you guys the bankroll. Okay, we are at 17,537 each week, guys. We keep showing you this bankroll keeps increasing. We still have a lot of chests to open, so your boy is just still on the run here. We're crushing it. Most of this, guys, has been coming from the 50s, the 100s, and the 25s. I haven't been playing anything less, but if the 50s and 100s are going off, that's what I play. But to be honest, I've been getting a hard time getting action. I find when I sit down, the games kind of dry up a little bit, which is like, you know, good that I'm kind of at the top there, but it sucks when you want action, right? But the 25s have been going a lot. They're going there, but as you can see, there's no other games going right now. So quick little update for you guys. Nice little spin. Let me know what you think, and let's keep building this bankroll. Peace out. Talk to you guys next time.